Beavers. And here we go, ladies and gentlemen. The final game to determine who will be joining the Spartans and Wolfpack in the grand finals game. We have one up playing out of green, Cobras in blue, and the Beavers on red.
Can I get everyone in the chat who's not Queensland to give your energy to the not Queenslanders? Please, not Queensland.
Mushu,
not
calling
Queensland.
on the Spirit Bomb. Give him your energy as he is going for New Zealand and one up. I will be barracking for the Brisbane Beavers because if I don't, I think I might have my head knocked off.
Yeah, no, they'll come for you.
They will come
You're
for
not
me.
making it out of this building alive.
No. But look, I'll be honest, I'll be happy to see any of these teams in the grand final. I think the story that gets told in the grand final with any of these teams involved is going to be amazing. Gunner opens up the scorecard for one up.
Let's go.
Let's go non-Queensland. Let's go.
Man, that's amazing because that... Oh my god, Ninja into green.
Ninja going for green.
So one up.
Ninja gets green.
One up have abandoned ship. They're like, let's play the game we came here to play, boys.
They're going for 10. They're going to go for 10 bases. Forward.
So this is going to come down to how that second base goes, how one up goes against who they're attacking. It looks like there must be a blue. They've got players inside blue.
Thank you to Unreal LZ for donating 108 bits as Arcane denies Muss over in blue.
It's Arcane. Did you hear there's a free green base?
Have
a look.
Have a look.
Link just standing there meditating, waiting for the base to come up. He's not even looking at it.
Well, not even. Oh, little cheeky back shot there by Link as he secures another green base for the Brisbane Beavers.
Link has been a very impressive player for me. I played Prenats 1 with the gentleman, and each time I've spoken to him between Prenats 1 and now, he just seems to be like getting incrementally better, just with things like that. That kind of timing, that kind of, I don't need to look at the base, I can look at both doors, don't worry about it.
Link's one of those players who has come along so fast in the Queensland scene. Like, he literally just came out of nowhere in our leagues, and I think he's been watching Wax and Husky a lot, and he's just starting to imitate what they do, and it's scary. And here comes Butsa! Grabs another base for the Beavers, spam those Butsa emotes.
So, going forward in this game, so Gunner has their only base. They're struggling a bit at blue, so Cobras are getting a fat stack of pack off one up at blue base. Now, if you're Beavers, you're going to have to factor that in as we move towards 4 minutes in the game, because you're going to get 5 free green bases, right? And so at some point, the Cobras are going to come back for their green bases. So the amount of points that Cobras get off the one-up team from now is super relevant. Because if you're one-up in this spot, you're going to have to go for 10. Because you're so far behind this point. What can happen sometimes, if one-up get in nice and clean, they can sort of push, they can get their first 5 bases and then go for like 6 or 7. Maybe they get a couple of cheeky red bases, maybe they don't. But they're very likely to be ahead. From this spot, you're pretty sure that you're behind, right? If you're one-up player, you look at those tag ratios, they're all standing outside the bases, dying on the line, trying to get in because they've committed to bases. Cobra's not having any.
Well, blue is empty. Oh no, there is one. There's 2 blue players actually floating around, but it may be worth having a look at as Falcon gets the base for the Brisbane Beavers, finishing 5.
Putting shots into red.
Easy.
One up slipped across the red and peaked on the transition that the Beavers were making as they were swapping out Falcon for a base. So optimal timing, shot him out, but they've been shot out again. So we're going back to see the middle of the game. Every positions reset, and we'll see what one up can do from here. Beavers are running away with it. Obviously, they have 5 greens, and the action is on them. I think from here, it's Beavers' game to lose, right? You think, well, Cobras are going to get 5 free red bases. So in theory, 5 free green bases. So in theory, they should, get those nice inflated pack points. But the problem is, if they start leaving it too late, Beavers are going to contest them at the empty base because it's in their interest because they've already got it. They can stop the Cobras from getting 5. They can probably win the game. Cobras leading this on pack alone because the Beavers have taken an early 5 base. They've locked those out and trying to get those free points. Margie has picked up the first green base for the Cobra team, and so I think we're off to the races, boys and girls. I think as this green base will come back up very shortly, we'll see if a Cobra is keen to get in. No one really having blue at this stage is probably why they're sort of delaying it. Only Gunner has it, and he got it super early. You can't really, abandon a defensive plan because of that.
Well, Gunner actually going for red.
Shot denied.
Oh, Link, 2-shot denied on Gunner. Do you think that 1UP have just started to run out of steam at this point?
Yeah, well, they played a lot of games today. Like, they probably would have been, they played 2 golden games, and they're probably at least 4 or 5 games prior to that. So they're probably getting to the... this is where you start dropping off just physically because you've been going all day. Because they were in the second track for a long time, so you did get incremental breaks. So if you're in the second track, you get, if you win a game, you get 2 games off. If you lose a game, then you only get 1 game off. So, they would have spaced out their breaks. They would have had time off, but I think ultimately they've probably played close to the amount of games you want to play at like a very high level in a day's worth of laser tag work. So Cobra is only getting 2 green bases at this stage, but they're super close if you adjust for these bases. Red hit.
Gunner going for red. Oh, Gunner secures the red base. But the telling story is that the Cobras are just outpacking both teams at the moment. 2 more bases putting them equal with the Beavers, and the Cobras will be well in the lead.
This is going to come down to can Cobras snake a... If they snake a red base, whoever gets the 6th base, if Beavers and Cobras, will probably win this game, just because it's so tight. Cobras, as you said, are sort of sitting slightly ahead on pack, so if you add 6k to the Cobra score, they go just a little over 27k to the Beavers 26 and a bit. And so it's going to really tighten up here. We still have half a game to play. That's the best bit. Is if you're Cobras, you can get your 2 bases now. Okay, here's a Cobra. Coming in through the back door, exchanging with a buddy.
That was Moldy.
Moldy picking up, so they've got 1 more to go. And then it's off to the races, boys and girls. It's grind time. It's grind time.
Is this the Cobras' year? Could they do it and crack back into the grand finals? They have been unable to get into the grand final since, was it 2012 that they had it in Dunedin?
So in the last time Cobras made a final was, I think, 2015 they finished second to the Maroons. And then in 2016 they were, I feel like they were first. Yeah, they were first out, right? Something like that. They were 4th. Yeah. Yeah. First out.
Yeah.
Thank you, tech behind the wall. Is that you, guy?
Yeah, is it you, guy?
Cobra, Arcane needs 1 more green base, and it's interesting to me that the Beavers didn't pick this up. I guess because they must have thought there's so much game time left that they're just going to have to try and get a 6th base to win this game.
I don't think that they've picked that the Cobras are pack pointing just as well as they have. So that may be a tactical error by the Beavers at this point in the game too.
I think one of the big indicators for the Beavers to be so confident is the amount of denials that didn't happen on 1UP. So you look across the Cobras scores now, and they've only got a 1-shot denial, as they've only person who's gotten denial scoring is Arcane for 1 shot. So if earlier in the game, if 1UP were putting shots into blue and all of Cobras were getting if you heard, blue hit, green team denied, if you heard that a bunch as a red team, you would know that you're probably behind on pack because of the denial bonuses. But because you didn't hear that too much, you're back in your pack.
Guinea gets 1 shot denied by Ace over at blue.
Right. It's this is a fairy tale if this happens.
That's huge for the New Zealand Cobras because of that extra denial bonus points. Guinea going for blue again. Guinea has enough cover, does secure the blue base.
That's good for the Cobras because, at this stage of the game, it does 1UP are pretty far out of it. They can still get back in it, but they have to do a lot of work. So the base being down for 30 seconds so the Beavers locked out for 30 seconds, which only helps the Cobras. Gives them more time to do more offensive things, I guess. Arcane, please get your green base at some time, mate, because we're going to need this one. To get over the line is not Queensland.
Non-biased expert commentary here at the Australasian tournament. But you are right. Look at this line. The Cobras are a base down. There is a free base in the arena. 2 minutes left to go. Arcane, look. Arcane's got to get this base.
Arcane, please.
It's got to be close. The last thing you want is the New Zealand Cobras to miss out because Arcane misses the empty base. But if the Cobras can crack one red, and that's all they will need, that will actually win them the game.
Oh my god, please.
We're a minute and a half to go.
Please.
Will Arcane remember that she needs a base? Here she comes! The Cobras have taken the lead! The Spirit Bomb is growing!
Man, we're up to the races here. Next base wins as we enter this last minute, boys and girls.
Oh, Dan going for blue! Dan gets blue base, but it's not going to make a difference. All that does is locks out an option for the Brisbane Beavers to take back over. The Beavers are holding hard with at least 3 defenders at the moment.
If you're 1-up, you can still win this game.
Technically, he's right. 1-up could technically steal this one with 2 quick base hits.
We need a big showing from Ace to sneak in there real quickly. Oh my god.
If there's a base that goes down in the next 40 seconds, that team, you would think, is going to be the team that wins.
It's gonna be tight. Beavers are starting to run away with it in terms of pack.
1-up, I think, have just been staying at red this entire time. I keep seeing a green pack out that back door of red. Moose is now in blue. Oh,
no,
Ninja, 2 shots denied. Moose.
No.
Will that denial bonus feed the Beavers their win?
I think that's it, boys and girls.
We're about 10 seconds away.
We tried.
The Spirit Bomb, unfortunately, didn't work
We dropped
for
it.
poor Mushu.
Oh my god.